All right, going up against the B-Man. Kind of like a nemesis. We've played with him a bunch, and last two times we beat him with our tank strategy. So I'm feeling pretty confident going into this. Supply spec could be good. Fortified spec could also be good, but I'm leaning more towards supply spec. Maybe the hounds are going to be good, but the problem is you have to sell out of the hounds, right? So maybe we just go with this. I don't know. The extra money is good, right? Hard to say. Okay, let's just go with this because we're going to try to play this pure, meaning I don't want to sell out of anything, right? So the hounds, the thing is, the hounds really kind of help out for chaff clear initially. The problem is that you have to sell out of the hounds eventually, and it would just be better not to have to sell out of anything. That's what I'm trying to say here. So it doesn't even matter what he's doing, but we're gonna get this. We're gonna get these missile deflection units. Yeah, that's all fangs are for us, is just to deflect missiles. It's funny how we still haven't figured out exactly where to put these turrets. Okay, so it's one square in, pretty much. I think this is good. Instant charge, instant suppression shot. Okay. I like this guy. He takes this B-man is he's a risk taker. He likes to play, he likes to live life on the edge. Round one tech. Okay. Now we're not laughing at him, but you know, you're going up against B-man. He's not an easy opponent, but and you know, these void eyes theoretically will counter the tanks, and he's even got flying on them. I think we go for the Mustang here because the arc lights, they're good, but they're not going to be amazing long term. Kind of feel like our stuff should be like, you know, it should be all the way in the back. Let's see. Keep it simple, just two tanks. Ooh, please don't put the wasps in the flank. Okay, all the way in the corner. Yeah, maybe we should have put this guy here now. That's being results oriented. But if you think about it, this is just going to go straight into the rapid fire cannon. So maybe not the greatest placement. Maybe we could have used a little bit more foresight. But the fact that he's investing into the Mustangs is, I mean, into this is not amazing because, well, he needs to invest more into these units. But I wonder if he's just going to go straight into the air. That's what I'm feeling. Guess you have to take this. But we'll just put it on the other one. Imagine if he just puts like an armored rhino here. I think it's like 3 chaff or something. I don't know if you want to go for more Mustangs. Is it 3 chaff? Okay, he's got now storms that are doing a lot of damage. Don't want to build like that many tanks is the thing. I know tanks are good, but I'm a little bit, you know, I'm a little bit worried about too many tanks. I mean, too many of these guys. He's trying to bait us into like some aerial spec or a missile interceptor. He's already bait us into getting the Mustangs, and they're in a bad position. They really should be like here and here. Let's see. This is just tearing up the Mustangs for free. How much damage is this doing? Still number 1 in damage. Alright, fair enough. We didn't click any text yet. I'm not exactly worried yet. Ooh, get another one of these. Orbital bombardment is interesting though too. Kind of feel like this is better. At least in the short term, it's definitely better. It's also quite good for him as well. Like, he's got a lot of stuff to bombard. I don't think we can shield everything. So, might be in some trouble this round. Just go with the speed. Just try to dodge the... Okay, no spells. Interesting. Obviously, the idea is... Like, we could hit one of these wasps with the missile, but we didn't hit that much. Still, I think... For the fact that the spell will be available again next round, I mean 4 rounds later, it's worth picking it up. It's still a pretty good value for the price. Nuke ER Phoenix? I don't think so. I don't think so. Efficient tech research? I don't think so. Nuke? Round 5 you could go for a nuke, but I don't think so. We've already kind of spent our too much money on spells. So we want to get range as soon as possible. There's a lot of things we want here, but we're kind of don't have that much going on for ourselves. Guess you want the marksman pretty soon, but I'd rather wait and see the wraith before committing to it. I want to also distract him here, but with the wasps, I don't feel like it's that much of a distraction. Would be good to... I don't know. And he's got only 2... Well, he's got 3 tarantulas. Maybe we go for the... Just set up the flanks for next turn. But then, man, like, the flanks are going to get kind of dealt with, but... You know, the thing is, I don't know about this. I feel like it's going to get dealt with instantly, and it's not going to pull any of his garbage over. Part of me wishes we went for the marksman, because I'm a little bit scared. Is this fire? Nope. I suppose it's going to be fire next round. So he's going to fire the Mustangs. And then he's gonna basically win because he's got a lot of wasps. He wants us to, he's trying to bait us into clicking, and he's gonna go flying on the void ice. So he's trying to bait us into clicking aerial, like anti-missile. So it just becomes too expensive to go for like aerial spec or something, or range. We definitely need range. Now I'm like getting a little bit concerned of what the play is going to be. I think you go for the EMP here just to... Yeah, I wouldn't even mind going for the javelin here. This javelin's doing so much. I think I go for the jav. Okay. Let's go for the range. What else do we need here? Maybe like a missile interceptor for the fire. But the fire's already going to come down, I think. I don't know. Doesn't make sense to put anything in the flanks, it feels, because you're not pulling anything. Do you really try to intercept the missile here? I don't feel like I'm good enough to make that play. That's a pretty sweet javelin. I bet he wasn't quite expecting it because it was kind of borderline in terms of value. It wasn't like the most valuable thing in the world, but you know, it was actually, that tarantula was doing so much. Now it looks like he's on those last legs, but you never know. Yeah, we get the marksman for sure. He's probably gonna go for the Scorp. Imagine if we just click link damage sharing and then we just like moved in. Like that could be crazy as like a gut shot. Feel like you might as well just build the flanks a little bit. But he's gonna go flying, isn't he? Could easily go flying. Let's think about this here. Let's go range first. A couple more Mustangs. Love to go elite recruit though, the Mustangs. We could borrow here, but borrowing here just, I think you want range. I think you really want the range. The speed is probably pretty good here too. Loose formation, perfect. Siege mode, okay. I guess we could click damage sharing next, but damage sharing actually, from what I've tested, it makes the sledges worse into the Scorps. So I don't know about that. Like, as we could try it, but I kind of don't want to throw the game for free. Heavy armor. Do we have anything level 3? We could go heavy armor. Don't you just put your tanks in the flank here? Like now that, you know, he's got some chaff you could pull. Yeah, I think that's what we do. It's taken us a long time, but we finally realized that you have to do this every game. Yeah, I think instead of damage sharing, I'd rather just go for the upgrades. Could have used like 2 missile interceptors here. feel like this is going to be too much for him. I don't know. Scorpions are a little bit far back, but it's just too much for him. Yeah, these tanks, man. Don't know what to say, you know. They're gonna get nerfed. You know, if it's just this easy for us, you know. That being said, you know, he went into a lot of, he was a little unsure of what he wanted to do. I thought it was gonna be Void Eye carry, right? Round one suppression shot. So you have to commit into the Void Eye, right? But then he went into the Wasp, which was kind of like a funny, it was like a cheese in a way, like it forced a reaction into this. But then he goes crawlers, which is countered by the Mustang. So I'm not so, I don't love the Wasp play. It was a bit risky. And I feel like if you're gonna do the Wasp play, you might as well just like try to go in from the tower or something, like to do some cheeky, you know, beacon from here into the tower. So you can just, you know, get us down to sub 1K, then make us panic. So I don't know. The Siege Scorpions were quite nice at the end there. Well, what I'm more curious about is, will the damage sharing actually have worked here? All right, check out the last round. Let's test our damage sharing. Okay. So, do we just like... okay, let's try both situations here. Let's just say we go straight straight with the tanks on the front line. Well, I mean, you know, you already have this here. It's probably worth just clicking, you know, just doing that. We gotta go range speed. We gotta upgrade everything at least once. Don't think there's that much to sell. Maybe just throw down a crawler like somewhere else, but there's no money for that. So yeah, not sure what else we could do. Let's just go like this. Wait, that's AP bullet. Okay, so we'll test AP bullet. In reality, AP bullet's probably better. I think it's probably the best tech here. It's 900 damage. Okay, so was that very close, right? We won by 250, so that's very close. It's good. It's good that we didn't click it because it didn't do that much. At most, it, you know, or maybe we. I mean, okay, let's just try Link. I mean, we didn't pull his army, right? So that there is a little bit of a difference there. And we didn't pull his army on this side, so there is a bit of a difference. All right, this is with the Link. See, this missile does nothing. That's kind of interesting. But then the problem is that, like, once the Scorpion splashes, it does way more damage overall, right? Not, I mean, yes, but there's so much damage. There's so much HP that it just not does nothing. So look at that. Damage sharing, I think, is the new fourth technology, I think, for us. Now, why don't we try to simulate this with the flank, just so we get a more accurate representation? Maybe we skip the armor. I mean, you get the 120% damage. I mean, HP boost. That's not nothing. That's a lot. That's like really a lot, I think. Yeah, these poles are kind of good. I think as a finisher, this linked is kind of good. So 2,000. Wow. So imagine if we were like he's at 1,500. You pull this, all of a sudden, you don't just do 1,000 damage. You do 2,000, and then he doesn't have a chance. What about the round before this? Like maybe we could have ended the game one round earlier, which I think is a big deal. You don't want to be playing into things that will outskill you. So we did 1,000. Right, we went for the marksman, which did nothing. Guess, I don't know. Like, do we still have money to go into Link? Right, try this without borrowing. Though getting the extra 10% though would be kind of huge in terms of HP, because I think that 10%, you get the extra, it becomes like you get the extra bonus applied to it. And we did click range. We did click range on the Mustangs here for the loose formation. Let's just see what happens. Alright, just an easy 2k damage. And he's at how much? Yeah, it's just fatal. Huh. I wonder if you ever take off like armor piercing and go like healing, but I feel like the healing is just too much money, right? Because you're gonna go quad tech. That's interesting. That's so interesting. So you do 2k. What if we try to optimize it? Like, what if you, go for like a cell or something? I mean, you say to yourself, he doesn't have any AA, right? So you go for probably go for the Wraith. Sell a Wraith. Maybe put the other Wraith like kind of in a corner, so you aggro the Wasp into it. Yeah, really wouldn't mind going for these techs. Imagine going for just like the straight armor. How gangster would that be? Like, how much HP is in a level 1? So 9,800. So I believe that's like triple the that's like a level 3. Is that like a level 3 or something? Like, how much does a tank normally have? 3,400 or something? Okay, 2,200 is how much you can do this round. Okay, so we're at 9,800 for the sledge. How much is a normal sledge? 4,000. That's because we're fortified spec, right? So 4,000, it's more like 3,400, as I said before. So go from 3,400 to 9,000 something. So And you got the damage sharing. Man, that's got to be rough. That's got to be rough. Like, if you're under 2K, maybe that is the gut shot. Maybe that is the finisher, I mean.